In today's episode, I'm going to mount the new strimmer to the side shed. I'll show you how I did it. So we're in the side shed today. This was actually a unit that I built a few months ago, really just as a storage shed. And I decided that I was going to upgrade one of the garden tools. This fine specimen. And I'm sick of fighting with the power cable. Now I decided to go out and purchase myself one of them. The only problem is that the side shed isn't actually that large. And you keep banging into this as you're walking in and out of this building. So what I need to try and do is find a new home for it. That new home is going to be there. I'm thinking about setting it up or mounting it vertical with some clips, strap of wood, brace running down, and then another lower brace so that the weight of the machine will sit on top of it. I think I'm just going to use some CLS, some pocket hole screws, and I've got these clips as well that I bought when I was trying to make a DIY awning for the camper van. So I better go and grab some measurements and we'll take them to the saw. So let's go and check the scrap pile. Actually, just having a look at my measurements here, it was 460. I actually thought it was 640. So, instead of using these two bits, I'm going to get the other bits from the pile and use them instead, because they're a bit nicer than this. Okay, swap them out. These will be nicer, because these will match the stud work that's already in there. So let's measure these up, 460. So 460 is the top one, so we'll just label this as top. We'll label that one as middle, and then we need 464 for the bottom one. Label that there as bottom. So my parts that I need to cut off are marked with an X. So this is the waste. These are the bits that we're wanting to keep. Let's get the saw. Okay, so that's them all cut. I'm thinking something like this, and then with these little clips here, that'll hopefully hold the strimmer up against the wall. So I'm thinking maybe something like that, there and there, fixed on, strimmer will slide in, clip in, the weight of it will be pushing down, pushing against these clips, but ultimately transferring down into this board. There is one thing though that I'm concerned about, and it's this top one, just because of the space that we've got. So I'm thinking maybe chopping this down, pulling this down into here, and then pocket hole screws to fix this to this side here, and then pocket holes into the stud frame. Because the problem I've got is that the strimmer itself is kind of deep, so it needs to sit into here and then move backwards and then move down past this. And that's why I've actually already off camera taken this hole out, this groove. Because when I was having a look at it, I need that groove there so that once the pole sits down into it, it recesses back. So I think I need to get rid of that. So I'll take one more measurement just to find out the distance that I need between here and here, and then chop these to allow them to drop down. with the weather here, it's unseasonably warm for Scotland, so there's only one thing to do, and that's to stay hydrated. Okay, so I just quickly ran outside, measured that distance that we need to cut this end off, and with my high precision device we need to take that distance off. So we'll just mark that just now, say there. The next thing that we need to do is we need to measure from this line back the thickness of this board. So we'll mark that there, we'll square that up, and that there's our cut line. So this is the bit here that we are needing to remove. That's those two pieces cut. What we'll do now is we'll just get some marks here so that we know that the distance this way is the same as the distance this way, so it's all square once we mount it. So I'm really just going to move this down to this section here, do some lines, and then I'll square them off. And that there will give me the lines that we should need. Hopefully maybe about there. Let's draw some pocket holes. In the comments mention if you noticed that I had used the off-cut bit to get my measurement here. I'm glad I caught that before I screwed it all together. Now to make the pocket holes I'm actually going to use something called a Craig jig, which will create the right depth for the pocket hole screws. Now this particular kit is actually really quite good. Inside the box you get the jig itself, the drill bit, and a couple of the kind of square type, I can't remember the technical name for these, but they're a kind of square head rather than the Phillips. Now I would like to say that this is mine, but it's not. Thanks Dad. Let's start drilling some holes. Pocket hole screws. Right, let's see if it fits. We need to trim a bit off. So that's it in. Had to sand the edges down just ever so slightly just so it would fit in. I still needed to bring out the Smash 3000, but it's in now. We'll just screw it in. It's not going anywhere. Well, let's give it a test fit. Fingers crossed it holds the weight. Oh yeah, that'll work. Excellent. So I really just need to add in an extra wee bit now for this. just mount this up somewhere. Not too sure. I need to think about that. Okay, so I've thought about it. I think what I'm actually going to do is just make a little strap that just goes from this edge round to this edge, and then using another one of these silver clips, I'll use that to hold this. There's not much weight in this, it's not as heavy as the actual engine. So then I'm thinking that just slotting it straight into there, and that'll be good. Measure up this gap now, cut that, pocket hole screws, same as we did with the last one, we'll get it fired up. Okay, that's the piece all made up. All we need to do now is just get our measurements, screw this on. Does that look swint to you? Bubble says it's fine. You can tell I built this. Really the last thing then is the bracket, the screw, and that's us. It's out of reach. Mark. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Not bad for some scrap wood. Some spare brackets. Oh well. Thank you very much everyone for watching. It's another one. Simple task today. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It does help us out. Obviously we're a brand new channel. And feel free to mention in the comments below if you would have done anything differently. Thanks for watching. Till next time. That's fucking weird.